Hello, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is the reading for my Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus for the next 7 days, week beginning the 1st of September. Male and female clarifiers, and this is the Oracle card for Capricorn. Capricorn, this is quite a big card. I've only ever pulled this card once, and it's when I'm back in maybe February, maybe March, when I did a coronavirus reading, and this was the card that came out. This was the card that had the solution. Interesting. Yeah, quite big. I actually got a sort of vibe of Game of Thrones off of this. Daenerys Targaryen is what I was getting. So let me just read you a little bit from the Oracle card. It may be that you are a guardian of wisdom, and if you are, know when to keep silent. Know what to keep to yourself, and know that some secrets come to light at the right time. I bring now the symbols of the alchemists, the secrets of the Gnostics, and the wisdom of the magicians and the witches and the herbalists, all saved for this time in this strange form of the egg. It may feel to you that you are receiving wisdom from ancient sources, and that some of its energy may feel unfamiliar to you, even dark. It is likely that you are receiving messages from times when people like you, misfits and mystics, were oppressed and punished for their natural gifts. Explore at this time something to do with the Renaissance or medieval times, and understand that the knowledge was brought through to you, a very fortunate being living in very fortunate times. Keep it safe, learn all you can, explore esoteric symbology, the history of magic and spirituality. Know now that while you are safe, you may wish to keep silent about certain practices. Oh, very hush-hush. And yet I have got the Eight of Wands, which is all about communication. I really just see this as information coming through to you this week, Capricorn. I think it may be on more of a, you know, through your dreams, for example. I mean, it could be in, you know, 3D, there's someone who wants to communicate. You maybe want to communicate knowledge to someone else. But I really do feel that because you've been entrusted with some sort of knowledge, I mean, it can be that you've just been entrusted with someone's secret, and that's something that you're choosing to keep hidden because you've been entrusted to do so. So that's what it could be. I didn't really get that vibe. I actually got that the arrows are in the air. There's something incoming. It is to do with the stars and the moon. These are really lovely. There's a real, this is very astrological with the moon and the stars. I don't know if you're getting some sort of intuitive knowing on something that feels quite big, Capricorn, but I think if you've been keeping something to yourself, this might be a time when you're thinking of releasing it, or you might actually I feel just being guided in terms of what you should be doing in this lifetime of a vocational nature, because the moon card can be about vocational work. It is your intuition, yes, it is your dreams. It can also be about celebrity and social media, your reputation. You may become known as someone who, I don't know, with the stars, who has a lot of clarity in certain areas. I just feel that this is your own intuitive knowing of what direction you should be taking now, but it is most definitely in line in terms of your vocational work, rather than, you know, how you would make money, for example. And it does appear to be in line with service to others. It may be in healing, it may be in medicine, it may be social care, helping the elderly. There's something like that. And I don't, as much as the Eight of Wands is actually quite out there, and there might just be something that you see. You might be guided by, you know, a certain job offer or a post online. Something hits your email box that just really speaks to you. But there's movement here. There's definite movement with the Eight of Wands. So any delays or any, you know, confusion that you've had about what direction you should be taking in your life, this feels like you're going to be really clear, Capricorn, on where you go from here. And yet it might not be something you're choosing to share with the lady with the boss egg. Night, baby. For my Capricorn men, gosh, this is lovely. This is the Bouquet and the Sun. These are both cards of luck. Big luck times 2. Really, really good. The Sun card, yes, it can be just about, you know, getting clarity. Again, being really clear. The lady with the boss egg card relates to the Capricorn male as well as the women. So again, there's something incoming here. There's some news. There's some travel. There's some knowledge here that is really enlightening, really positive. And it could be about big luck. The Bouquet card to me is my big luck card. It can be a gift. It can be an invitation. Maybe an invitation, I think, probably to travel to sunnier climes with the Sun card here. It's something that's going to make you feel really cheerful. It's something that's going to lift your happiness, lift your confidence, make you feel more energetic. And if you have been in need of any sort of relief, this combination equals just that. This is something really lovely coming in this week for you. It may be that you're, as I say, it does feel quite holiday related. You might be able to get away somewhere. You might just be, it can be in the realm of, you know, like beauty and pleasure and indulgence. It's just all lovely. Whatever it is that's coming in for you here. Again, with the lady with the boss egg, it might be something you're keeping on the down low. This might not be information you choose to share, but inside I really feel that you're proper bubbling up this week, Capricorn. It feels really lovely. Okay, moving on to Virgo. Not quite so jolly. Well, not for the women anyway. The Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl. 34. This usually means that there's people around you that you are kind of familiar with. It's, you know, it's you kind of feel their presence, but they're not quite there. There can be people around you that are wearing masks, that, you know, don't really present themselves honestly, that aren't very authentic, and you kind of know it, you know. There might be sort of folk that act like experts. It might be sort of group mindset that you're involved with, and they want you to join in because they, you know, they'll be really good for you. And yet, you know, intuitively, you know, it's actually not. There is something that they want to gain from you, want to take from you, want to get you involved in, that really isn't for your own good. This can also be that there's people that there might be imitation taking place, you know. They may be copying your ideas or your work and carrying them off as their own. You might be sort of being watched very closely because, I don't know, it's from people or someone who doesn't have a very strong identity of their own, and they quite like yours. Most of the time when this card comes up, people know who they are. And I'll be honest, they very, very rarely actually present themselves. This is just a feeling, in all honesty, Virgo. I don't actually think you're going to be presented from someone from your past here that's going to try and draw you into anything. I think you're just conscious of their energy around you. You have got the clouds, the coffin, and the tower. Oofed. Well, I should have said, Capricorn, I did get a song through from you that was called Love Really Hurts Without You. I'll look it up and I'll pin it below. And I did also get Telepathy with Spirit. I don't know if you have, like, that's maybe what's coming in for you. Sorry, Virgo, you know. Okay, this is an odd one. The main thing is you have got the Nine of Swords in reverse, which actually softens this energy down somewhat. So and for some odd reason, I did get a head injury here, and I don't know why. I just saw blood on a pillow. I'm not saying it's anything major, but I'm seeing somebody might have a little bit of a bump to their head. But if you have been suffering from, you know, insomnia or worry, sleepless nights, grief, that's alleviating this week, Virgo. because as much as the clouds are here, which is all literally the Nine of Swords is what this card is, the confusion, the suspicion, the worry, the depression. The sun is on this side. We're moving in this direction. In Lenormand, you read left to right. So there has been or will be an ending here. It might be a big ending. It's like an official ending of something, but what seems to be ending is the worry, the strife, the insomnia. So whatever it is that's, you know, going through your mind, has been for weeks or months or whatever, how long it's been, there is now a feeling of moving into a relief of the torment, a relief of just recovery. This might be, and it sounds utterly bizarre, but if you don't know how someone passed away, or you were, you know, they needed an autopsy or something like that, this is you getting clear on what it is. This is you getting some answers here. I'm not going to get into it in too much detail because it is supposed to be short, but I'm going to take you just one advice, Virgo, for that, because I think that's quite major. And some advice from my Virgo females for the next 7 days, please, Spirit. Virgo females. The wise one. Grow within your current situation. So you've got something to learn from this. The wise one is my crone. You may feel that you need a bit of protection around you this week. I'm very much drawn to, you know, the 3 kind of black gemstones on her robe and the one that the raven's holding here. That would probably be tourmaline in the main is what I'm thinking of, maybe moldavite. I just think, I think this is a long-standing issue for you, Virgo. Maybe why something's ending. It doesn't need to be an actual death. Obviously, very rarely is. But you maybe have been unclear for some time and almost haunted by something that has ended. And you're going to get clear on that, and you're going to get relief from that. You might still feel this energy around you. Why am I getting this whole feeling that people are speaking to dead people here? My Capricorn reading as well. It's going to bring about relief anyway, and there is something for you to learn from it, so that's the main thing. And moving on to my Virgo men, you've just come through in your own energy with the clover here. This is really lucky, and the men seem to be doing better here. This is, it can be like a small win. You know, if there's a little gamble you've got on, it absolutely will pay off with this combination. Again, it might be something you've been worrying about. It's brief. That's the thing to remember about this, Virgo. So keep your eyes open. There is going to be an opportunity here. It might be for some light-hearted fun. It might just be for that. It doesn't need to be like, it's certainly never anything big, the clover. But it is really sweet, and it just gives you a wee boost, you know. So yeah, there's going to be something that gives you a lift. Doesn't need to be financial. It can be in any respect. Again, you have the same energy that, you know, there's ghost people around that you're picking up in their energy, but they're not troubling you anymore, at least by the end of this week. They're not going to be troubling you. It's going to be a little mini breakthrough here for you that's just going to lift your spirits in the right direction. And for my Taurus, I got what did I hear? What a mess. What a mess. What is going on? It felt messy. It's basically, it felt really messy, Taurus. It was like, oh my god, what is going on? But we've got the Angel of Alchemy here, miracle. I have pulled this card. I don't know anyone that's actually got a miracle off the back of it, so, you know, let's keep it real. It actually kind of gives you, I'm trying to think, hope is what I actually get from this card at 1444. Hope is what this card gives you, and it usually, again, it is quite small. It's a mini little breakthrough. It's just something that gives you a wee lift and it makes you feel that wee bit more positive. It is sometimes related to health, this card. I'll read you a little bit from her. Whether you have an injury or an illness or simply feel ill at ease within the form you currently have, I am the angel of alchemy and I can show you how to change your current experience of physicality. I stand here and have done so for many thousands of years. I have seen the fear and the guilt of others. I have seen the fear of infection, the anguish of pain and the despair at life seeming to end. But I am here with you now to show you how to create health and strength and how to stop being so frightened. All will be well and all this will pass. This form is just one of many you will create, so let me show you how to live anew with love and health. So there may be health challenges for you at the present time. Regardless of what you or one dear to you may be experiencing, it is time to ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I had a short term left to live on this planet? Please don't panic. I've had this card a number of times. I'm still here. Then begin to take action on these plans, because the beautiful thing about looking deeply into the human fear of death is that the examination of mortality will create an exquisite sense of being alive now, and you will reprioritize and you will begin to shape your life in new and meaningful ways once you see that time in the sense of bodily life can be short. Do not hesitate. Take action now on changing what can be changed. When you receive this card, you're about to turn a corner with a health challenge. The current situation has actually served you in many ways. It's brought your focus back to what is truly valuable in your life and made you aware of areas of neglect. So the angel of alchemy encourages you to make your healing, either your own or that of someone close to you, top priority. Right, so we have got an issue here because we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. And this is somebody who's on a quest. I mean, it can be health related, honestly. I do not know. It's not specific. I'm trying to keep them short for the weeklies. The Knight of Swords is someone who's a bit out of control. This is somebody who doesn't really know how to communicate properly. This is somebody who can be certainly deliberately cruel in their speech in the main, and they can even be violent. I feel like somebody's on some sort of rampage this week and I don't know why. For my females, I've got the fish and the mice. Now this could be a money loss that you're looking at this week, but it can be, with the fish, can actually mean a lot of. It can be a lot of, with the mice, losses. It can be a lot of fatigue, a lot of worry, a lot of distrust. It can be, I mean, you would have to be cautious with this combination for my Taurus females, that this can relate to a money loss and theft of money, of your income. I'm getting everyone's a winner, so maybe it's not that bad. If someone takes from you this week, then, you know, hell mend them, because the Knight of Swords in reverse, gosh, he's like a vigilante, straight up. And there's some sort of injustice here for my earth signs at the base of the deck. Maybe this is a masculine or it's relating to a man. Something has been taken here. And maybe it has affected someone's health, what's been taken from them, and now they want it back. I'm just got to know, haven't I? Let's take a little bit more. So it might just be the outcome of, you know, a court case or some sort of contractual issue here, and someone's losing. It's not going the way they want, and they're just like unraveling. Who's a bit revengey? What is the fish and the mice for my Virgo females? The fish and the mice for my Virgo females. The fish, crikey, flying, doesn't know where it's going. This is just like a slow recovery here, or a slow retreat. The Knight of Pentacles does not move quickly. I actually feel with that kind of softens this down a wee bit, so there may be more than one Knight involved here. I mean, the Knight of Swords would usually be Gemini to me. The Knight of Pentacles would be Capricorn, a Virgo, or your own energy Taurus. That can obviously be an air sign as Aquarius or Libra. I do normally see them as Gemini. It's almost like you might have a wee protector here with the Knight of Pentacles. If you've got someone coming at you, you know, maybe there's been the outcome of something and the other party's not happy. Maybe you know, the loss is theirs and not yours, or vice versa. There might just be a week of retreat with the Four of Swords here. Just have a time out. Take your, you know, take however long you need before you get up and at them. But this Knight of Swords is an issue. I don't think it's your energy, Taurus. I really don't. It doesn't feel like it's your energy. Show me who the Knight of Swords in reverse is for Taurus. That's not really helpful, is it? He's a knight. We know that. Okay, he's a gambler. Ooh, that makes a bit more sense. So these could be gambling losses here. And there's a lot of them. But it could, somebody feels that something's been taken from them here. Whether it has or not, I do not know. The other thing about the fish card can be about abundance in alcohol, with it being fishy water. So someone's just trying to recover a situation here, but there's someone extremely pissed off, and being in reverse, there are no fit state, mental state to actually, you know, achieve anything positive. Basically, if they're trying to recoup some sort of gambling loss here, they're on a massive tilt, and they're going to make matters a whole lot worse. If this is you I'm speaking to, then Taurus, you need to literally take a step back, take a time out this week. Okay, for my Taurus men, gosh, child and the snake. Now this can be that is your own child you're dealing with, and with the snake coming up here, this can be again that something's kind of been taken. It can be some selfishness. You might have a selfish child. You might have a child who's, you know, a bit showy, a bit out there, and they could be sort of pilfering from you. If it's not your own child, then this can be, you've got some sort of new beginning here with someone who's likely to betray you with the snake. A new beginning with the snake. Joys. The snake can be the other woman, Taurus. Okay, it's nice to see the world here. So there's some sort of completion here. There's an integration of lessons learned. I think this might, if someone has taken advantage of someone's innocence, for example, not necessarily a child, it can be naivety. If someone has been sort of tempted in the wrong direction, this Knight of Swords, you know, is coming in like, there's some sort of vengeance here, seriously. Who's a child in the Taurus man reading? Who is a child? 9 of Cups reverse. This is overindulgence. This is excess. This is greed. I could go on. I think I put a Taurus reading up not long ago, but it was actually more for the feminine. Okay, let's just take some advice, shall we? Taurus, for Taurus male and female, what advice do you have this week for my Taurians? Track down your fears and desires. Gosh. I just don't like to see the Knight of Swords in reverse, but you know, it is possible that he does have a legitimate complaint, and that's why he's going in, you know, all guns blazing. take these broken wings. Hunter. Here we go. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings, and when you find them, you will find your desires too. Instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence and strength at this time to use your power to make a difference. You're not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You're here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. And if you're a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. My earth signs, that is your reading. Please look after yourselves this week and like, subscribe before you leave if you would, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.